So hello ladies and gentlemen, it's USA in the 2017-18 season, and I had a fairly careful, cautious qualifying. Didn't want to make a big mistake in the qualifying and be too far back. You've got John to my left, you've got Dave ahead, Craig second, Samuel's first. I've made a mistake, I've jumped the start already, what a disaster, and suddenly fifth place looks about as good as I'm going to get in this race, and there's going to be a bit of work involved. As we head off up the hill, what you can see, John, he's moving towards the inside. Craig's quite aware of that. Dave's very aware of that, keeps it wide. Sam's keeping it fast around the outside, and John and Dave just about avoid each other. I had to lift off because I wasn't quite sure where Dave was going to wind up going, and that let Verstappen past, which was a mistake. He's a pain, my teammate there. He almost left a gap for me, but not really perhaps, and he wasn't having any of it. Suddenly I'm off, and it's going to be a tough afternoon now. Lap 2, well, 5th place, but into the pits from a drive-through penalty. And where is that line? Who knows? Somewhere down here. Takes forever to find it, and some familiarisation possibly required next time. So P20, lap 3. Start to pass some traffic. I say traffic. These are people are fighting for position, and they're fighting quite hard. By lap 9, it's time for my first scheduled stop, and as I come out of that, I'm back down to P21. Never mind, off we go again. More people to pass. Up at the front, Sam is keeping it under control. I think Craig had a lost nose cone which delayed him. Dave had got stuck behind John for a while, and I think he rather regretted not forcing it a bit more at the lap 1. As you can see, I'm struggling to get past these people on straight line speed. So lap 10, and I've managed to make up a couple of positions there, but there's no straight line speed advantage for me. I was ducking in and out of those slipstreams, desperately trying to keep up with them. Under braking, it's alright though. Lap 20, this is my big break. As we come towards the very end, I've moved up P5 by lap 22, and it's safety cars. They come in on my scheduled stop. So perfect timing. And the reason for the safety car is Dave. Dave has had an almost inexplicable incident, and he's the smoke, and there's a wheel on the track there. He's the smoke on the right hand side. Under the safety car, Dave had a very, very puzzling accident indeed. Safety cars breed safety cars, they say, and they're not always that safe, but there you go. So it now says I can get going again, and I'm about to have, I've got a bit of luck here because I've come in at a perfect time. The next thing is I've just been lapped, and what's going to happen is I'm going to catch up with the race leader who's just lapped me while I was in the pits there. He's stuck behind a safety car, and Sammy is a very, very, very kind person. So thank you very much. He's done this before, and he did it again for me. He's done this for other people as well. He moves out the way, lets me become the one immediately behind the safety car, and then the safety car will let me go because I'm lapped, and I'll join the back of the queue. So that was very kind of him. Off we go. What this meant was that I got somewhere near to John. Poor John hadn't been expecting any trouble from me, and had actually been racing Dave most of the time. So off we go racing again, and John's suddenly rather aware that I'm around. He's trying to get through the lap traffic there. You can see him boldly move up the inside, and it's going to be a race through the traffic. They're getting they're getting blue flags, I should say, somewhere. I can't see any there, but they are letting us go a little bit, but it's a hazardous position to be in, relying sometimes on them, not quite sure when they'll lift off. So here we go through the snake. The man is not having it at the moment. There's no room. I want to keep up behind John. John's got a 3-second penalty. If I can keep within 3 seconds of him, I can be third. In the end, I wind up fourth. As you can see, I'm getting past some people here, but there's action all the way. They're fighting amongst themselves. Those guys let me go, but I'm not gaining on the guy ahead now. He's not let me go yet. But what you will see now, and this was about as close as I got to John. There he is. If I could have stayed there, I'd have been alright for third, but no, he got through the rest of the traffic better than I did. Kept his cool. Thoroughly deserved his third place. Poor Dave, as I say, taken out in a very strange accident. Craig, well, I think he was delayed with a as I say, a bit of damage. And Sam, I think, was pretty comfortable in the end for the victory. We missed out on having Rob, and there was no Ken either, I'm afraid. But we had some fun, and I hope you enjoyed it too. Thank you.